All right, so welcome back. Since we are now done with the design, what is left is to key in the necessary formulas that will help our work be possible. And now, there are two basic ways of keying in formulas that I know of. One is to just enter them in the cell using the equal to sign. One is to insert formulas. But normally, I prefer that you will insert it by typing it here. When you have formulas here, and then you go to the insert function, and then you click on the formula, then you type what you want to type, which is a good thing. But you know that even as we are doing this, exams is at the back of our mind. So if you are able to master the art of typing them, I think that one will be okay. So for now, I'll be using retyping rather than going to pick the the formula bar and everything. Okay, so we are starting from today formula. The formula for today is equal to, then you type today. So you see it here, you can select it, double click, and then you close the bracket. When you click enter, it will give you today's date. This is 11th February 2026. If you want to do anything with it, we have the dates here. We have the log date, so you can make it a log date. Then we have a short date, which is this one. So we are using the short date. It's Ahado, maybe other question though requested that you fill in the date. Don't go and write 11th 02 26. Fine. On the sheet, it is like that. But then when they try to find out, they will realize that there is no formula. There is a why is what. So that is it. So now the load number is here, which is the load amount. So we are continuing. All right. All right. So um, let's continue. Sorry. So this is the amount finance. That is okay. So this is the loans. So these are the number of loans. These are the loan type is house. So let's bring this thing here a bit. The loan is house loan and then down payment. Now, what does it mean? What we are creating, we are the bank. Do you understand? We are the bank, and then we are generating a record, a template where we will record those whom we give loans to or whom we give mortgage to. Mortgage, we all know. So, what the record that we will need basically is the house, the cost, and then the type, the loan. Maybe the loan. This number is the loan number, so it could be the person's name or based on the number of loans that we are having. So automatically, these numbers have been generated. And then when it comes to mortgage, there's always a down payment. So the down payment asking the amount that you pay before they give the loan to you. So let's say you want 400,000, they said you should pay 80,000 first, and then you compute the rates for you. And then we have rates. So the rate is also the percentage that I want to explain it very well. Like the rate is, as we all know, what the rate is what you are going to be charged on the amount owed, and then the years, the number of years that the loan it will take you to finish the payment, and then the date that the loan was given to you. So these things are the normally the basic things that everybody will record. So now the amount finance is the next thing that we need to find. The amount finance means that the loan cost is 400,000, and then you pay the down payment of 80,000. So now we want to know the amount that we are going to charge the percentage on. Uh-huh. Because when the carry to 80,000, that's here to mean also in charge the total rate on the 400,000. I hope you get it. But before we go to that portion. Since this part, I exchanged all of them to accounting. We are in Ghana, so we'll be using our Ghana city. So I want you to highlight it like this. Don't be doing it one by one, one by one. If you do it one by one, I've told you for examination purpose, time will beat you. So you highlight all the portions that you want to change it into amount. Do you understand? All the portions that you want to change it to amount, you highlight everything. You can even press Control and then highlight this part 2, because this part 2 will be amount. So you first highlight this one, then you can press on the Control key, just keep on pressing, and you highlight up to here, because this one, the number is number. So all this portion 2 will be currency. And what you have to do is to come to the dollar sign here, drop down, and then more accounting format. Ideally, I prefer that there will be no decimal place. And then you change this one. So you go to accounting. Take note of this. It's accounting. You remove it to 0 decimal place. And then here, you type in GH, and then you select this one. I prefer this one. Then you click OK. So all of them have been customized to this Ghana cedis, and then the money will come. So that you don't need to do it one by one. So now we are done. So the amount finance is deducting the down payment from the total cost. So just as I said, equal to, and then you select this one, minus, you select this one, and then you click enter. This is the best method. But if you're a pro, you can just type equal to, and then you type B8 less C8. You will get the same thing, because this is B8C8. You can choose to just select, pick the cell, or you can just key the formula like this. You are done. So because we have already done the Ghana cedi, it has already been done. Now, since these cells are relative, it means what will happen here if you drag it, what is here will also affect, will also come here. So you don't need to come here and then type equal to, then you select this minus this, then you click enter, then you come here. No, that one will be a waste of time. So rightfully, as you have done this, you just drag it here, and automatically it will fill it for you. To fill for you. Another way of doing this is to just put the cursor here. When you see this plus sign, you double click, and then it will fill it. So based on how you want it, but the earlier the better. I'm always saying this. You just double click it, and then you are done. The mortgage rate will be given to you in the question. Try as much as you can to type them in percentage. Now, many of you will type it in percentage, but at the end of the day, you will not be getting this decimal. And that is because you can increase decimals and then reduce decimal. So when you reduce it, it will be like this. When you increase it, it will be like this. But even with this, even if it comes like this, still, the effect of the percentage will be like this. Will be like this. That is because even though it's not shown behind bars, it's this, and this is what will be used. Do you understand? So let's kindly take note of that one too. Add the percentage sign either by selecting here or just add the percentage times to it. But make sure that you are getting exactly 3.3 decimal place. Because if you do it 3.6, it's going to be something else. So this one too will be given in the question. Based on the workbook, this one was given. Now, the rates per period. What does this mean? This rate, PMT rate, the payment rate, was given in months. This mortgage rate is given in year, sorry. So all these rates are the rates that you pay per year. This rate you pay them per year. Now, the rate per period is the number of period that you'll be paying. And for that matter, you need to divide this by the number of period that you will be paying. So if you were told that you'll be paying it by 100, it means you divide this rate by 100, and then you will get the rate per period. I hope you understand. So this is also an understanding that we need to get. Regardless, and in this what do you call it? In this question or workbook, we are trying to house on a requirement of 12 times. So the number of times that we are paying is 12 per year. If they had told us that we are paying 10 times, it will be 10 here, and then we'll be using the 10 divided by this rate. So now we are coming to insert the formula here to automatically generate the number of the rate per period. We are generating the rate per period, and the rate per period is the total rate over the number of period. Do you understand? So the rate per period, let me just do this thing here. The rate per period is equal to the total rate per annum by number of payments. So this is the formula. So it means if you are given the rate per period and then you are asked to calculate the mortgage rate for the year, it means that one you multiply the number of payments by the rate per period. So it's just multiplication and an addition. Do you understand? So in Excel division, we use this sign, this sign, this sign. So find this sign on your, what do you call it? I want to get the sign for you. So find this sign on your laptop or your computer, because this is what we use the divide sign for. You will not get the one that you slash and then you get two dots up and down. Do you understand? So now let's go. We are now dividing this by the total number of payments. And one thing is that since we know it's 12, we can just choose to go by equal to. Let us select this one and then we divide it by 12. This is what you will get, which is correct. This is what you get, which is correct. But rightfully, this is not what you should be doing. Rightfully, this is not what you should be doing. So let's say if you drag it here, it will all be the same for you. You understand? All will be divided by 12, which you have gotten the right answer. But that is not the right method, so far as this work is concerned. So you insert this formula equal to, and then you select the E8, which is this one, and then we divide it by the total number of payments, which is in B5. So this is it. So it means whatever is here will divide what is here, and then you click enter. Now I want to just create the error first, and then I'll come with the correction. When you do it like this, just as we did this once, you just drag it here. Now what are we seeing? We are seeing um, div value and then division over something wrong and everything. All these things have meaning. What is it trying to tell us? It is trying to tell us that something that we have picked to divide it is not correct. So you say that the formula or function used in dividing by zero is empty cell, and you cannot divide something by zero. You can only divide it by one. So you can see as div over zero. Now let's look at this one too. This one is saying that is telling us that a value used in the formula is of a wrong data type. So it means maybe this is number and this is also what? Alphabet, and they are different. But this one gave us zero. I'm sure it's because the decimals are okay. So that is it. It means something was wrong with our formula. And what was it? When we were doing this function for education purpose, I said that when the cells are relative, you can drag them. Meaning when you look at this formula, is B, look at this formula from here, is B9 minus C9. When you come here, is B10 minus C10. When you come here, is B11 minus C11. So they are all relative. They go equal. Now when you come here, it is E8 over B5. When you come to the next one, it is E9 over B6. Now let's find where B6 is. B6 is empty. So what will we do right now? We have something that we call it making one cell an absolute cell, meaning we are locking this cell. I'll do another video to explain those functions. So we have to lock this cell so that wherever that you move, you drag it, you autofill it, this cell will remain constant because we want to divide it only by this cell. So now it means we need to delete our formula. So let's delete it. Sorry, let's delete our formula and then come again. Equal to, we select this, and then we divide it by this same 12, but this time around we are going to lock it by pressing F4. So the F4 will bring the dollar sign before the B and then before the 5, meaning we are locking both B and then what? 5. Do you understand? So the reason is because sometimes we drag it to the right portion. If you do not lock both 5 and then a B and you drag it here, it will affect you. So just as I said, I'll do a video on explaining why you lock this cell. So let's just go forward. So this is the formula that you use and then you click enter. Now, when you drag it down, you will get the accurate percentage. You will get the accurate percentage. So this is the rate per period, meaning every year, every month, we are charging 0.302%. So you can confirm it by multiplying this by 12. You have to get this, and that is it. So this is the rate per period. The next thing that we have to do is the percentage finance. So now we are asking that we financed the house cost by a certain percentage, and that is because we deducted the down payment from it. So in P, sika ne yɛ 400,000, and they say yɛtua mu 80,000. Nti yɛpɛ sɛ yɛhu the percentage of the amount financed. That is what that it means. The percentage of the amount financed. So to do that, you go with the equal sign. Percentage means you divide. So rightfully, for us not to face any confusion, let's change this to percentage. Do you understand? So this is percentage. So when you come here, it's equal to this, which is the amount finance, a fraction of house cost. This is a fraction of house cost. So this divided by the total house cost. And then since it's percentage, you don't need to multiply it by 100. So you just click enter. And then it means that out of the 400,000, we are only going to pay interest on 80%. And then you bring it here. All right. So I think you get this one too. You're able to understand this too. All right. So the next thing is the payoff period. It will be good if you subscribe to the channel, as this is a new channel that I've created purposely for Excel. So it will be good for you to subscribe so that the things related to Excel, which are in line with what we are doing in class, I can just be sharing them across, and then we all will be watching them even in our comfort zone. So that when you go for your laptop, you really get your hands used to everything that is every function that are used. Now, pay off here. What does pay off here also means? We gave the loan to the person on the 1st of January 2018, or based on this date. And now we said that the person will pay, you use 25 years to pay. So now the question is, what year? What year will the person finish paying? Do you understand? That is the pay off year. By the end of so and so year, the person have to finish paying the loan amount. So we need to now predict. You should even predict. We want to calculate and know say loan I dey man no obetua year then. So that is what the pay off year means. And there's a formula for that. The formula is equal to, just as I said, we are not going for the year function in the formula bar. So equal to, and then you type year. So the year is this. So he's saying year. So you are selecting the year. Which year was the loan given? This is the year. So when you key this, the Excel will pick the year in this cell. They will pick the year in this cell. So this is the year, and then you close the bracket. close the bracket like this. So it means this is the year that we have selected. This is the year that the loan will be given. So now, if you want to find the year that something is done, let's say I am this year we are in 2026, and then you are giving me a loan and say I will pay it after 5 years. So which year will I finish paying? 2026, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So it means you add the 5 years to the current year. You add the 5 years to the current year. And to do that, you use the plus sign, and then you select the year. And the year is in G8. So you select, so don't go and type plus 25. If you go and type plus 25, when you come, you have to do plus 30, which is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So you just click here, which is plus G8, and then you click enter. So it will give this to you, which ideally you might not understand. So we are told to change this thing to numbers. Change it to numbers. And then make sure that the decimal is 0. So it means after 2018, when you give the loan to the person, 25 years time, it will be 2043. You can do the calculation and then let's see. 2018 plus 25 or 18 plus 25. What's the answer? Okay, so 43, right? So that's all. And after that, you drag it and then you are done. So this portion was not needed. Let me just take it off. So this is the end of our first Excel loan schedule. That is the first one. So now we are coming to the second one, which is the summary statistics. So the summary statistics too, we want to know the total for house cost, down payment, and then amount finance. Normally, this is not for one person. This is the total number of loans that you have given or mortgage that you have given. And then you want to find the total house cost. The formula for finding the total is equal to, now, because this total is in a range and they are not separate, if maybe we are finding the total for house cost here and then finance, amount finance, that one we have to keep B2 plus B8 plus D8 because you don't want to involve C. Do you understand? So that one rightfully it would have been B8 and then you bring the plus sign and then you keep in the D8. But this one, we are not doing it like that. We are selecting a whole range. We are adding a whole range where there is nothing in between. That one you can use a different formula. And that formula is the sum function. So you bring the sum, then you bring your bracket, or even if you select the sum, it will open the brackets for you. And then you drag, you select the first one, and you drag up to this portion. And you click enter. So it has summarized everything. Don't say, hey, how come your Ghana cedis was done automatically? Remember, you selected all the cell related to finance or accounting, and then we customize all of them. So now it's automatic. So you can do it like this, or you can just type equal to sum. Then you bring the bracket, then you write, you select V2, you bring this column, then you type again what? B12, which is the last one. So you can see that it has selected everything. But I've told you this is type bound. So the best thing for you is to type equal to some bracket open, then you then drag everything. If that one will help you, and then that is all. When you do this one too is down payment. It's also the same, what do you call, um, sum. But this and these are related. So it means what was happening here, when you drag it here, it will happen here. When you drag it here, the same thing to what will happen here. So in an instance where this thing is given, if they are given separately, let's say there is no down payment and then there is a different thing here which is not related to this, then that one you can use this same formula and then key it here. But for examination purpose, you have already been given this, and this are all in line. So just drag it here, then automatically it will fill everything. So you can see that the formula has changed from C8 to C12 because this one is in C and this one to D8 to D12. You are done. So there's no need for you to come and key the formula here, key that one to here. No, you can just drag them, then you are good to go. I hope you have done that one too. So the next thing is average. So it's equal to average. You bring the brackets, you open the bracket or you select the average. Then you do just as we did for the sum, you do the same thing. Then you click enter. Then you come to median. Median to have a function, a formula. So it's median, it's double click, and then you select, you highlight the range, and then enter. You come to the lowest. The lowest on Excel is not lowest. So when you click equal to lowest, it's just the case that will be affected. When you want to set, when you change everything to a lower case, that's when you use it. But when it comes to the least or the lowest, you use minimum. You use what? Minimum. So you select for minimum, you double click, and then you select the range again. The same thing. Enter. You are good to go. You come to the highest. So if this is minimum, highest will be what? Maximum. So equal to maximum, and then you select it, and then you pick the same range again. Enter. So after you are done, I think there's a formula that you can just go to it and everything will affect here. But after you are done, you can just take your time, drag all of them here, drag all of them here, drag this one to here, drag this one to here, and then you are done. You understand? So after that, you come here for the number of mortgage. What it means is that you want to count the number of loans that you have given and under the house cost. So there's a function called the sum if, the count if. I don't know. I use the count. Let's use the count. So the count, let's select this range. So it means that here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are 5 in number. You can do the same thing to this one. This is simple. Yeah. So now I want you to keep on trying your hands on it. Keep on trying your hands on it. And you get used to it. But understanding is very important because normally, maybe, I don't know, if exams is not as plain like this, you need to clearly understand. And then in the field of accounting, you need to be able to get your hands on these things as easy as you can. Thank you for watching to the end. Just subscribe for me so that I'll be motivated. I'll be motivated to do what? To post more. Like the video. Maybe I'll be motivated to tackle on other things related to Excel. Nobody's a pro here. We are all learning. And let's engage ourselves. If there's anything that you didn't understand, you can just leave it on the comment section or probably the class group, right? Thank you. God bless you. So we'll move to the next one in the next video. But master this one and understand this.